Hey lovelies, so hopefully you have worked out your practice on your own. I'm going to go over the steps to make sure that you solved your questions correctly. So hopefully if you didn't understand something, watching this will help you move forward. If there is one that you have questions on, you can always watch me do one and then pause it and go back to the worksheet. So mean absolute deviation. First thing we need to do is we need to find out our numbers. So we have 10, 7, 13, 10, and 8. You don't have to use these charts, but these charts are helpful to keep everything organized. We have a total of 5 numbers. So when I add all of these numbers up, I get 48. Divide that by 5, and I'm left with a mean of 9.6. So 9.6 is my mean. I need to find the difference. Remember, difference means to subtract. So just like Mr. June stated, when we subtract, we always want to turn these numbers positive. So 10 minus 9.6 is 0.4. 7 minus 9.6 gives me negative 2.6. When I do 13 minus 9.6, I get 3.4. 10 minus 9.6 is 0.4. 8 minus 9.6 is negative 1.6. But like we stated, we want to make sure they're all positive, so I'm going to turn them all positive, which just means I drop the negative sign. So instead of writing negative 1.6, I'm going to write 1.6. To find my mean absolute deviation, I'm going to take this difference, I'm going to take the sum of them. When I add all these numbers together, I get 8.4. I have a total of 5 numbers. So to find my mean, I'm going to find the average again, so I'm going to divide. When I divide, I'm left with 1.68. Looking at number 2. Once again, I'm going to write all my numbers out. So 110, 114, 104, 108, 106. I have 5 numbers. When I add all these numbers together, I get 542 divided by 5 leaves me with 108.4 for each one of these. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to go straight to the positive value. When I subtract, I'm going to make sure that they're all positive. So 110 minus 108.4 is 1.6. 114 minus 108.4 is 5.6. 104 minus 108.4 is negative 4.4. Changing it positive is 4.4. 108 minus 108.4 is negative 0.4, so I'm going to write that as 0.4. 106 minus 108.4 is negative 2.4. I'm going to write it as positive 2.4. Adding all these up, I'm left with 14.4. I have 5 numbers, so I'm going to divide, leaving me with an answer of 2.88. Going down to my next one, I'm going to write my numbers. I have 10 numbers this time. When I add all of these up, I'm left with 818 divided by 10 gives me a mean of 81.8 for all of these. Once again, I want to make sure that I find the difference and I want to turn it positive. So when I subtract, I get 5.2, 6.8, 3.2, 4.8, 7.8, 0.2, 8.2, 6.2, 2.8, and 0.8. Taking a second to add all these up, I'm left with 46. I want to divide by 10 because I have 10 of them. So I'm going to divide by 10 to find my mean absolute deviation. So I found the mean, I subtracted, I made them positive, I added them up again to find the mean again. So I found the mean twice and I'm left with 4.6. The last one, I'm going to rewrite my numbers. When I add all these up, I am left with 178. I have 10 numbers, so I'm going to divide by 10, finding the mean. So I'm left with 17.8. So I'm going to subtract that by all of them. Turning them positive, I get 2.8, 0.8, 2.8, 0.8, 3.2, 0.8, 2.8, 5.2, 2.2, and 0.2. Remember, when you get a negative, you got to turn it positive. Adding all of these together, I'm going to be given 21.6. I have 10 numbers, so I'm going to get and divide it by 10 to find the average of their differences, which gives me 2.16. Hopefully you got your questions correct. Thank you for watching.